For as long as I can remember, popular psychology has insisted that there are two types of personalities. And today, we're going to be taking a look at left brain versus right brain. So the left brain versus right brain controversy. Left brain being analytical, the science, technology, engineering, math side of the brain, and the right brain being the artistic, emotional, musical, or even poetry, the creative side of the brain. So we talk a lot about the future of work at NuMinds, and we talk a lot about the AI, machine learning, big data, the future, what jobs are going to look like. So if the right brain people are art, emotion, creativity, are they doomed in the future? Are they going to have a spot working with robotics and self-driving cars and trucks and planes? What's going to happen? Is it only the right brain people, the science, technology, engineering, math, analytical minds that are going to be okay? Of course not. It's a myth, and we are busting it. They're not doomed. And we can see very, very clearly through fMRI scans. That's functional magnetic resonance imaging scans. That what those do is they look at blood oxygenation and flow. So they can see in these images, you can see the red spots or where there's activity in the brain. So what we're going to look at here is some fMRI scans of traditionally right-brained activities that are going on, and they're taking these scans, and some traditionally left brain activities that are going on. Are you noticing what I'm noticing? It's the whole brain. That's what we use, not just one side or the other side. So both sides of our brain are engaged. Yes, okay, the language side is traditionally linked to the left side of the brain. We've got the Broca's area, the Wernicke's area. Some language stuff is generally going on that side of the brain, unless you're left-handed. Then it's generally on the other side of the brain. So what I'm trying to say is the whole brain is almost always engaged. Have you heard that other myth? Oh, we only use about 75% of the brain, and who knows what's going on with the other sides of the brain, all the little bits and pieces that are out there. It must be magic in there. No, it's not magic. We know what's going on up there for the most part. And we're engaged with these different activities. So when we looked at the different fMRI scans, you could see the scientific engagement. That's a process of creativity, and solving complex math problems is a process of thinking outside the box a lot of times. And think about someone that makes music. You're in 4 time, 3 4 times, 6 8 times. That's a lot of numbers. So the whole brain is engaged. So are the left brain people destined to rule over all the robots of the future? No, not, I mean, maybe. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Maybe something weird will happen. But what's going on is, if you're worried about whether or not your child, your students are struggling in a certain area, maybe they're predominantly geared to be successful in the sciences or technology, engineering, and math, and those traditional core courses that would maybe prepare them better for the future of work. They just have natural abilities in those areas. Great. Maybe they're struggling with the art, emotion, music, or those creative sides of things. That's fine. We all have our certain talents. We all have our certain innate, either inabilities, like me when I'm trying to draw things, because I like stick figures. No. Okay. So, yeah. The point is, there's something called neuroplasticity. That's the highlight. Is that just because you stink at something like my stick figures doesn't mean I can't get better. If I were to really want to get better, if I had a passion for or a need to get better at that particular skill, I could certainly do it if I practiced. Neuroplasticity is just something that It's a fancy word, but it just means neuro, your brain, right? The neurons in your brain. And plasticity, you think about something that's plastic isn't just molded and made to be one thing. We only use plastic for tubs, or we only use plastic for plastic bricks. No, we use plastic for many, many things because it's moldable, it's changeable. And that's what neuroplasticity means. It's the ability of the brain to continuously change. And that's the good news, is that no matter what we're good at, no matter what we're bad at, we can always get better with practice. So my recommendation is, if you're not good at something, why not take a course, maybe at NuMinds, and get better at a specific thing? We've got robotics courses, technology courses, engineering courses, arts courses. I taught a musical engineering course once. We made some didgeridoos. If you're not good at something, keep trucking. If you want to get better, you will get better.